everyone, 大家好, fala pessoal, welcome back to my storytelling again. So in today's video, I'm gonna talk about being a multilingual singer, part 2, specifically about Chinese and Brazilian Portuguese languages. This story is gonna be longer than before, so the intro is not gonna be long. So let's just get started. By the way, it's quite tricky for me to arrange the story for this part in chronological order. Here's the explanation. I started covering Chinese songs in April 2023. And then Silverchair cover started in July 2023. And Brazilian Portuguese covers in December 2023. Maybe I will talk more specifically about Silverchair, Daniel Jones in a separate video because it might be too long. So now I will be talking more about the language aspect, alright? Oh, Karyo, come here. I'm with Karyo again. Oh yeah, Eli mau bebe turu wae gawene Karyo. Okay, Karyo, love you. Alright, let's get back to the topic. Just let him sleep. A little background story of my Chinese learning. I started learning Chinese when I was a 15-year-old teenager who used to love watching 2000s era Taiwanese Chinese drama such as Meteor Garden and Romance in the Rain that were released in 2001 and aired in Indonesia in 2002. Oh, I still remember the soundtracks anyway. I started by self-teaching myself when I was 15. Then I took a short course when I was 17. And I once majored in Chinese literature. But due to personal reasons, I failed to finish the college. That was tough and was one of the lowest points in my life, which caused me to be prohibited from choosing my dreams again and forced to study human resource management instead. However, finally, the more I grow up, the more I can accept the past with an open heart. As a proof of my mental recovery, I even made Chinese language part of my content. I'm grateful, although I have forgotten a lot of Chinese knowledge and still cannot speak Chinese fluently. But I have mastered Hanyu Pinyin, Chinese romanization system, intermediate grammar, and the basic principles of translating from Chinese to Indonesian and English. So I can use my knowledge to sing Chinese songs with good pronunciation. And I can do translated Chinese covers of my favorite songs like I did to some Silverchair songs. Miss You Love, 好想你, Anna's song, 演诗歌, After All These Years, 经过这么多年. I would love to do Chinese covers of other artists' songs as well. Also translate my own original song someday. Being a Silverchair fan and covering a lot of their songs, including Daniel Jones' solo work and other projects like I Can't Believe It's Not Rock and The Dissociatives, I'm acquainted with fellow fans from various parts of the world, the majority of whom are from Brazil, unexpectedly. But Silverchair indeed is very famous in Brazil. I am surprised that in Indonesia, my country, which is nearer to Australia, there aren't that many Silverchair fans. My Brazilian online friends, followers, subscribers are very supportive. So I decided to honor them by singing in their native language, Brazilian Portuguese. I remember my first Brazilian Portuguese cover was Minha Intuição, the Brazilian Portuguese version of Into the Unknown from Frozen 2. By the way, I love Elsa so much. I love cosplaying as her. Oh, Guys, did you notice that I got Chinese flair while pronouncing minyak intuisao? Oh, the ow nasal sound intuisao. Yeah, I actually pronounced it like Chinese third tone, the falling rising tone, like sao. Yeah. But I don't know whether it's still correct in Brazilian Portuguese pronunciation. Please let me know in the comment, guys. I just tried to imitate the pronunciation from Google Translate Audio, and of course I made a lot of mistakes. Like I remember Brazilian Portuguese conjunction G, sometimes I pronounced it like Chinese te, sometimes like Indonesian D, and Brazilian Portuguese chi. Oh yeah, guys, I forget, is chi in Brazilian Portuguese pronoun? Oh yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it means you as the object in the sentence. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I once slipped my tongue and pronounced it like Maori te, like the preposition in my name, Tei Hirama, the te. Similar sound as Japanese te, in case you're more familiar with, because they have the same spelling. It's so complicated explaining about the linguistic phonetic aspects with IPA, International Phonetic Alphabet Symbols. But I hope you guys understand. Disney Music became my top choice for covering Brazilian Portuguese songs because it was the easiest to find, and I didn't know much about local Brazilian music yet until I got some requests for Brazilian Portuguese covers from some online friends. And the more I sing Brazilian Portuguese songs, the better my pronunciation becomes. I even dared to translate my favorite Indonesian song, Pujaanku by Melly Goeslaw, into Brazilian Portuguese version, became Meu Idolo, my idol. Have you heard it, by the way? What do you think? Although I haven't studied the grammar yet, I tried to adjust each line and translate the lyrics myself first. Then it was corrected by a Brazilian friend of mine, and it turned out, guess what? There was only one minor mistake. What a wow! Shout out to Mbak Boom. Obrigada, Mbak Boom. Okay, so I think it's enough. That's all for today's video. If you want to suggest some topics for me to talk about next time, don't hesitate to leave your comment or message. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. See you in my next one. Bye. 再见. Ciao.